The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. Albert Einstein, right? My two questions for you are this. Number one, what does this quote mean to you? Question number two, how can you take this, once you realize what this means to you, how can you take this quote, this type of information, and implement it into your own life so that you can benefit from it? Hey everybody, it's Coach Michael and welcome to the My Life Design channel. On today's video, I wanted to try something a little bit different. And what happened is the other day I got an email that had a quote in it. And it made me think of a few things. Number one was it made me think how much people actually enjoy quotes. You hear them all the time and we share them constantly via emails and texts. But the two questions it really put in my mind that I want to share with you guys today is, number one, what do these quotes mean to us? And number two, how can we implement them into our daily lives to actually benefit us? As I say often, part of my intent here is just to get us thinking outside of our normal thought processes so that we can learn and grow and make progress. I mean, we all come across things every day that we hear and we say, wow, I never really thought about that before. But most of us think of it very flippantly. We don't actually try to implement it into our lives. And yet when we do that, when we actually take these quotes like this and we think about them, so the more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. As a coach, that is, a basis of what I share with you guys. That is the basis of why I do what I do in these videos and actually try to share information that maybe you've never heard before. But for many of you, maybe you've heard it, but you've never taken the time to stop and think about what it means to you and how you can implement it into your life to make life better. So here's my thought. When I hear this, it makes me stop and think. When I hear something I'm not used to hearing, how do I benefit? That's why that was question number two for you. How can you take this specific quote, stop and determine what it means to you, and then say, okay, it means there's a lot of things out there that I don't understand in life. And when I come across something new, perhaps I should just slow down for a minute and say, wait a minute. Okay, I've never heard this before. I don't understand this, but how can I use it? How can I implement it into my life, into my perspective, my belief systems, and use it to actually benefit myself, maybe to benefit, other people that I care about. But let me give you a couple examples over the years of how I've seen people utilize this, take it to heart, and actually implement it into their own lives. So the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know. Seems pretty straightforward, right? For me, right now, social media. I've avoided social media for a decade since it came out. And the more I'm learning about it, to be able to share this coaching with you guys now, wow, I'm realizing there's so much more to it. And it's foreign to me. So how can I take this and implement it into my own life? How can you take a message like that and implement it into your own life? I'm hoping you do it in the perspective of coaching and of self-development and actually working on improving yourself, because the truth is, if you're not getting maximum results in life, it's because, number one, you don't have the right information. Two, you don't have the right motivation or inspiration for striving for that or for reaching for that new information. Or number three, you have it, you're just not implementing it. It's pretty simple. It's one or a combination of all of those. And there's a lot of people putting out good content to try to coach you and help you. But if they're not giving you a call to action, if coaches like myself, if we're not actually encouraging you and pushing you to move forward with this information that we share with you, then we're just doing you a disservice. And I definitely don't want to do that. So Easter's coming up, and being that this video is coming out in 2020, many of you know that we're dealing with this whole coronavirus thing. And so obviously this is something new, and we're all learning a whole lot of new stuff, or we're remembering things that we've been taught since we were in kindergarten and elementary school. How to wash our hands, how to be careful and cautious when we're sick. Again, it seems so simple, but that is implementing this. As much as we thought we knew about just being careful about sickness, about cleanliness, about simple things like that, this one quote can it actually affects everything in your life. So we can actually take something as simple as a quote, stop for a minute and say, how does that relate to me? And moving forward, how can I implement that? So implementing, the realization of something we never knew before is something you can do at any given moment. And again, this video isn't the normal coaching session, but I want to start doing more of these for general engagement. Remember, getting ahead in life shouldn't be super challenging. That's part of the problem, is we overcomplicate things, right? We stop and we start getting overwhelmed with all the things we realize we don't know, when what we could do is grasp that understanding and then move forward with the things we do know. When we go out and we learn things, and we go out and we invest our time and our energy into things, we should be investing it into things that are moving us closer to what we want. So all this video is for is to get you thinking and to actually get you engaged, making some comments, sharing some things that maybe lately you've learned that you realized, well, I thought I really knew a lot about this, or I thought I had a clear understanding of this, and I've recently come to realize I didn't. And think about that. Go ahead and comment on it. What are a few things that you've learned recently that you realized, wow, I didn't know a whole lot about that, and maybe I should stop and consider it, and it will benefit me. It will open opportunities for me to move forward in life if I just slow down and think about it. So I hope that this gets you thinking outside your box. I hope it gets you the wheels turning, and that it helps you just get a perspective that I need to quit making things so difficult on myself. I need to quit overcomplicating what it means to make progress in life, what it means to be successful, or what it takes to be successful. It's simple little realizations. It's simple thoughts and habits and beliefs. And if you can stop and pay attention to the things you know versus the things you don't know, and get a good focus, utilize what you do know to move forward, go learn the things that you need to learn to move forward, and not all this other fluff, the results that you can get from that in life, they'll really shock you. Keep it simple, make it personal, and take action on it. So jump into the comments and just engage. Get out of your comfort zone, and let's create some conversation to help each other move forward in life. I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, live awesome and enjoy your journey.